Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this very special birthday presentation of PWA Battery. I am your host, Gary Bloomfield, and we've got an unusual card lined up for you tonight. Kellen Bergeron, happy birthday. This is all strictly by request. We will see the voice and the heart and the soul and the brains of INCW KB Chronic taking on members of the camp during this broadcast. And we are starting things off. Well, there was no easy way to start things off, and it's Average Joe, folks. KB Chronic versus Average Joe is his first match of the night. Let's take you to ringside.
Fight.
Referee Bill White signals for the contest to begin, and it is KB Chronic versus the enigmatic Northwest Championship Wrestling champion, Average Joe. Joe and Chronic trading some shots back and forth, and beautiful backdrop to get out of that headlock by Joe. Joe with a slap across the face to Chronic and then sweeps the leg. Chronic fires back with an elbow to the crown, dodges the lariat, gets caught with another big slap, again out of the way of the lariat, answers with a big headbutt. Great series there, body slam by Joe. And Joe with a headbutt to the nether regions. And a big bear paw slap across the face of Chronic. Joe again slapping away at Chronic with those open palm strikes. Elbow to the crown by Chronic. Chronic probably wants to end this match as quickly as he possibly can, but after seeing the way that he has reacted to the camp on the INCW broadcast, and especially at the I Know Mania 3, he may well want to stay in the ring a bit too long so he can inflict torture and punishment over the members of the camp. Water wheel drop there by Joe. Joe hooks the leg. One, and KB Chronic kicks right out. Chronic with a front face lock. Well applied. Collar and elbow tie up. Another big water wheel drop from Joe, bringing all that weight crashing down on top of Chronic. Another open palm strike, short one, and now Joe treating Chronic's head like it was a bottle top, trying to twist it off. Sends Chronic off to the ropes, and Chronic blocks the strike, answers with a punch, and now Joe and Chronic back and forth they go. And down goes Average Joe. KB Chronic has chopped down that big tree. Chronic with a figure four locked in on Average Joe. Joe able to muscle Joe's way out of it. Chronic with a couple of shots to the head after that headlock. And now locks in the Boston Crab on Average Joe. Joe again powers out. Double knee crusher by Joe. Stomping away on the back. Collar and elbow tie up once more. Joe with a body slam. And again trying to really twist the head and neck of Chronic. Collar and elbow tie up. And KB Chronic trapped in the bear hug. Not where he does not want to be that close to Average Joe. I don't know anybody that does, frankly. There's a sort of a smell of perfume and rotten eggs. Boston Crab applied this time by Average Joe on KB Chronic. Chronic able to slip out. Collar and elbow tie up, front face lock applied by Joe. Joe sent into the corner by Chronic. And Chronic laying the soles of his boots to Joe. Forearm shot behind in the back of the head. Oh, pump handle slam by Average Joe. Joe off the ropes. And Chronic, wary of that thigh master, got out of the way just in time. DDT on Average Joe by Chronic. And now Chronic locks in the chin lock.
Give up.
And going to work. Joe able to pry the hands loose. Gut wrench suplex by Average Joe. Drags Chronic away from the ropes. Picks him back up to his feet. Collar and elbow tie-up. Body slam, yes. Joe getting to be a bit winded here. Chronic has taken a great deal of punishment, but he's got a ton of fight in him, and he's going to need every bit of that fight to make it out tonight. Almost saw the thigh master again, but again, Chronic back up to his feet before Joe could nail it. And speaking of getting nailed, Chronic with a couple of shots to the head of Joe. Collar and elbow tie-up, pump handle slam by Average Joe once more. Takes Chronic back up to his feet. Collar and elbow tie-up. Joe sent in for the ride. Chronic looking for that headbutt, but he just got run over by Average Joe. Joe with a drop kick to the knees of Chronic, and now throws Chronic to the outside of the ring.
1, 2, 3.
Chronic rolls back inside. Collar and elbow tie-up. Forearm shot by KB. Front face lock by Joe. Drags Chronic back to the center of the ring. And a big lariat by Average Joe. Joe off the ropes. Joe with a hip thrust. Chronic did not take kindly to that last maneuver at all. Dragon screw leg whip by Chronic, and now Chronic locks in the chin lock once more. Chronic doing an outstanding job of staying in this match in spite of the punishment that he has taken. Big headbutt, and now Chronic to the top rope. Chronic drops the elbow from the top rope across the chest, and now right back to the chin lock.
Give up.
Again, Joe he fights his way out of it. Arm slam by Chronic. Chronic with the cover. 1, 2, and kick out by Average Joe. Collar and elbow tie-up once more. Chronic with a running power slam on Average Joe, and that is a lot of human being to have hoisted up like that. Count of 2, and Joe kicks out at 2.5. Joe out of the way of the drop kick. Joe and Chronic firing off on each other once more. Chronic with a 360 lariat, and he's going back up to the top rope. Drops the elbow once more. He scores with it. Couple of hard shots from Joe, and Chronic crumples to the mat. Water wheel drop by Average Joe. Joe looking for that drop kick. Chronic was right out of the way. He's got Chronic set up. I think that's a he. I'm not sure at times. Brainbuster by Average Joe. Picks Chronic back up once more. Looking to do some more damage. Low drop kick to the legs. Chronic is fighting mad. Belly to belly suplex. And now Chronic is perched on the top rope. Chronic! Beautiful cross body, but they were in the ropes. Referee called for the break. Chronic off the ropes. Big lariat once more. Scores. And he is really wearing out Average Joe here. Look at those headbutts. Collar and elbow tie-up once more. Open palm strike by Average Joe. And Joe telling Chronic to kiss it. And there's the Thigh Master 2.0. Chronic has stated on many occasions that he would hate to be locked in this position. He just found himself in it, and he manages to fight his way out. Headbutt by Chronic. Takes Joe back up. Misses the headbutt. Joe fires back with a pump handle slam. Collar and elbow tie-up. Water wheel drop by Joe. All that 400 plus pounds dropping right on the chest of Chronic. Big lariat. Collar and elbow tie-up. Front face lock by Joe. Drops KB to the mat and tells him once again what he can do. Joe off the ropes. There's the original Thigh Master, and Chronic is back up to his feet. Chronic awake and ready to fight. Big boot in the corner. And Chronic again heading up to the higher end district. Drops the elbow. He's going up again. Another big elbow drop to the back of Average Joe. KB Chronic with a hard shot. And Joe falls face first to the canvas. And another elbow drop connects. Chronic looking for the power bomb, and he got it. Cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Average Joe. I thought that was it. I thought Chronic had his first victory under his belt, but Joe would not be denied. Running power slam by Chronic. Chronic headed up to the top rope. Chronic with a flying splash. 1, 2, and somehow Average Joe kicks out again. Collar tie-up, sidewalk slam by Chronic. Chronic continuing to apply the pressure. Off the top rope. Elbow connects. And Joe cannot get a handle on Chronic right now. Chronic on fire.
20 minutes gone.
Oh, he got caught. Atomic drop by Average Joe. And now Joe laying the fist to the side of the head of KB, striking either temple. Chronic has got Joe up. Heathen bomb. Chronic looking for the cover. Joe gets back up to Joe's feet. Running power slam and the cover. 1, 2, and Joe kicked out. Average Joe continues this match. Big chop by Average Joe. And there's the original Thigh Master. 2. KB Chronic kicked out. He kicked out of the Thigh Master again. Joe is just about spent, but continuing this match. He's got him up. Heathen bomb. Cover. 1, 2. And Joe kicks out. Garrett suplex. I don't know how either of these combatants are staying in this match. KB Chronic's right back up to his feet after taking yet another Thigh Master. There's a brainbuster from Joe. Joe off the ropes once more. KB Chronic out of the way of that Thigh Master, but he is ripe for the picking. Collar double tie-up. He's got Joe up once more, running power slam. Collar double tie-up. Another running power slam on Average Joe. Big punch. Joe crumples. Collar double tie-up. Heathen bomb. Cover. 1, 2. And Average Joe kicks out. Joe and Chronic laying the heavy lumber back and forth. And it's Chronic who stays on top with that rotating lariat. Picks Joe back up. Heathen bomb. 1, 2. Joe kicked out. Average Joe kicked out yet again. Brainbuster on Chronic. What a contest just to start things off. Manhattan drop by Average Joe. Joe picks Chronic back up. Joe off the ropes. Here comes Chronic. Chronic out of the way of the hip thrust. He got caught. Brainbuster. But Joe is absolutely winded, continuing the fight. Headbutt, 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 and another one by Chronic. Chronic now stomping away and laying the headbutts in on Average Joe over and over, just bashing his skull against Average Joe's noggin. Joe fights him off and locks in the Thigh Master 2.0.
Give up.
And KB Chronic has tapped out to the Thigh Master. Ladies and gentlemen, your winners in this opening contest. Average Joe. KB Chronic will stay in the ring and continue his personal war against the camp. Up next we have KB Chronic versus the Siberian Psychopath, Viktor Sokolov. And after the war that KB Chronic was just in, well, this is not going to be pretty. And already, right at the outset, not even bothering to wrestle, both men throwing shots at each other. So far, it is Sokolov with the upper hand. Chronic firing back with an elbow. Arm drag by Sokolov, and Sokolov stomping away. Now this is Viktor Sokolov's employer. And he is really taking it to KB Chronic. He doesn't care who he's in the ring with. KB Chronic with a couple of dragon screw leg whips. And Sokolov just shoves him to the canvas. Sokolov sent into the corner. Comes right back out, and he is stalking Chronic. Collar and elbow tie-up. Irish whip into a short arm lariat from Sokolov. Sokolov off the ropes. Chronic right back up to his feet. Chronic gets Sokolov in the corner and allows him to come back out. Suckers him in for a dragon screw leg whip. Little psychology there from Chronic. Chronic with an elbow to the crown. And Sokolov caught Chronic a backbreaker and turned it into a body slam. Collar and elbow tie-up. Front face lock applied by Sokolov. Sokolov drops Chronic near the center of the ring. KB back up to his feet. Collar and elbow tie-up. KB in for the ride. Knee to the midsection, and that one crumpled KB Chronic. Just took all the wind right out of him. Chronic's into the corner, but he is coming back out to fight Sokolov. Elbow to the crown. Front face lock applied by KB. Picks Sokolov back up. Collar and elbow tie-up. Dragon screw leg whip. Seems to be the order of the day for Chronic. It's a great way to keep the bigger man down and take away that power base. Vertical suplex into a body slam, covers for one, and that's all he gets. And now Chronic, Sokolov trading lefts and rights. And down goes Viktor Sokolov. Chronic is headed up to the top rope. Comes off with that flag splash. He's got it. One, not quite one. Kick out by Sokolov. And again, both men trading blows. Knee to the midsection from Sokolov. And Sokolov pressing the elbow and the forearm and grinding it into KB Chronic. KB Chronic now with a chin lock on Sokolov. Sokolov able to break that one. Sokolov with a backbreaker on Chronic. Picks Chronic back up to his feet. Big lariat from Sokolov. And Sokolov with a stomp right to the old beanbag. Knee to the midsection. Chronic with a nice single leg counter. Fights off Viktor. Front face lock by KB and drops the knee right across the back of Viktor Sokolov. Another front face lock by Chronic. Doing a great job of keeping Sokolov tied up before he gains too much momentum. Collar and elbow tie-up, and Chronic with a forearm shot. Kick to the midsection from Sokolov. KB firing back. And Sokolov has got KB Chronic up in that torture rack. This does not look good for the owner of INCW. Sokolov drops him in a backbreaker. KB continuing to throw those jabs. DDT from Chronic. And Chronic stomping away at the midsection of Sokolov. Sokolov with another knee to the midsection. Picks Chronic back up to his feet. Lariat by Sokolov. We have not seen that Dominator yet, but you know that Viktor Sokolov is looking for an opening to use that vicious Dominator that has knocked out many an opponent. Chronic off the top rope with an elbow, but he missed it. Sokolov was out of the way. Short elbow by Chronic. Coconut crush there from Sokolov. Picks Chronic back up to his feet. Misses that big haymaker. Is caught with an elbow by Chronic. Chronic sent into the corner. Here comes Sokolov looking to press the advantage. Just drapes his neck right across the top rope, and now he's choking out KB.
3, 4.
The referee forcing the break, threatening to disqualify Viktor if he didn't release the hold. Collar and elbow tie-up. KB Chronic with a sidewalk slam on Victor Sokolov. Picks Sokolov back up, big headbutt. Collar and elbow tie-up and a windmilling hammer punch from Sokolov sends KB to the canvas. Sokolov looking for the win. One, count of two. Kick out by KB Chronic. Backbreaker once more from Sokolov. Sokolov picks Chronic back up to his feet. Collar and elbow tie-up. Heathen bomb out of nowhere from Chronic. Can he capitalize? He's got Sokolov dazed. A couple of hard shots to the head from KB. Belly-to-belly suplex from Chronic. And now Chronic laying in the headbutts on Sokolov. Right across the bridge of the nose. Sokolov throws him off. Shoots KB into the ropes. Choke slam from Victor Sokolov. Sokolov off the ropes. Just a body attack. And Sokolov, a massive man himself, and again has those iron grip. The iron grip of his hands locked around the throat of Chronic. Breaks before 5. Chronic fires off with a right hand, and now he's using a bit of rope-a-dope strategy here to outbox Sokolov. Drops the elbow all the way from the top rope. He's going up once more. Big body splash across the back of Sokolov. Collar and elbow tie-up. Short arm lariat from Sokolov. Sokolov picks Chronic back up to his feet. Collar and elbow tie-up. This could be it! Dominator! Rolls Chronic over, covers him for the pin. 2 and kick out by Chronic. Chronic is kicked out of the Dominator. And now KB with a powerbomb on Sokolov. And he's getting this crowd fired up off the top rope with the elbow. Sokolov back up to his feet. He's got Chronic trapped in the torture rack, and KB Chronic taps almost immediately. And the camp is 2-0 against KB Chronic. Your winner of this match, Siberian Psychopath, Victor Sokolov. I think Chronic is getting, he's getting rather upset here, folks. And he is asking for a change of pace, so we are going to set that up right now. And okay, he wants to get hardcore. So our next contest will be a fluorescent light bulb death match. And it will feature KB Chronic against another member of the camp being revealed just now at this time, Lightning Derek Arzon. Let's take you to ringside.
Fight.
And there you can see the various weapons strewn about the ring as Chronic and Arzon are set to do battle in this fluorescent light bulb death match. And Chronic gets immediately sent into the light bulbs, and Chronic has been busted wide open. But you can see that smile on his face as he eats another light bulb from Arzon. Chronic now firing back on Arzon with an elbow followed by a dragon screw. Fires off a forearm to Arzon. And another dragon screw to Derek. And another dragon screw by Chronic. And Arzon cutting off the momentum of Chronic with that front face lock. And Chronic right back on top of Arzon with the dragon screw. Fires off another forearm shot. And a headbutt. Chronic now with a chin lock applied on Arzon. Arzon wrestles out of it. Collar and elbow tie up. And now Derek Arzon has got the headlock. Chronic able to slip out the back door. Arzon with a drop toe hold on Chronic. Now stomping away on the arm. Collar and elbow tie up. Looking for that power bomb and got reversed. Kick out before the referee could get in position. And Arzon grabs another headlock on Chronic. Chronic shoves him away. Chronic looking for that power bomb again, and again it gets reversed. And again, KB Chronic kicks out before one. Drop toe hold by Arzon. And now Arzon with an Indian Deathlock.
Give up.
Applied to the legs of KB Chronic. Chronic powers out. Irish Rip reversal. It's Chronic who gets sent into the light bulbs once more. And now across to the other side into the light bulbs. And back again into the light bulbs. Chronic is not smiling anymore, but he's got a deathly glare set on Arzon as they are trading punches and forearms. Down goes Chronic. And now Arzon's got a length of wood. KB wrestled away from a big backdrop by Derek. Derek stomping away at the arm. Both men off the ropes. Chronic hangs on to the top rope. Headlock again applied by Arzon. Shoves Arzon off to Chronic. Drop toe hold by Derek. Derek with a double knee drop to the back. Collar and elbow tie up. Forearm shot by Chronic. Chronic now sends Arzon into the fluorescent light bulbs and now just into the wood where those light bulbs were. Headbutt after headbutt and down goes Derek Arzon. Chronic off the ropes. Arzon up and out of the way. Forearm shot by Arzon. Derek with an open palm right hand. And now a key lock applied to the arm of KB Chronic. Punch to the back of the head from KB. KB sent into the plank of wood. Set up in the corner. Arzon slips out the back door for the body slam. Sends KB off to the ropes. Flapjack and just about hung him on the ropes. KB Chronic narrowly missing getting draped over those ropes. Elbow shot by Chronic into the sidewalk slam. Collar and elbow tie up. Chronic with a headlock and lays some punches into Arzon. Arzon kicks away at Chronic, preventing him from following up. Collar and elbow tie up. Chronic with a DDT on Derek. And now locks in the figure four on Derek Arzon.
Give up.
Arzon manages to untangle himself from that figure four. Belly-to-belly suplex. Chronic now beginning to have his way there with Arzon. Arzon fires back with quadruple headbutts. Hooks the leg. One, count of two, and a kick out. Collar double tie up. Big punch from Chronic. Chronic now with his own four headbutts. And now he's got a fluorescent tube, and he's going to look to split Arzon wide open. Arzon out of the way. He's got the double underhook suplex on Chronic. And now it's Arzon with the light tube. Rams it into Chronic's midsection. Chronic now looking for that Shinai. Collar double tie up. Oh! Thunderous stroke! Thunderous stroke by Derek Arzon. Chronic back up. Snap suplex by Arzon right across the Shinai. Chronic back up to his feet and ready to fight. Arzon, headbutt after headbutt, sends Chronic back down. And Arzon just split himself open. The King of Deathmatch tournament is maybe having an effect on Derek Arzon. There's an arm blitz to Chronic.
Give up. Give up.
And Chronic manages to pry his hands free. Collar double tie up, another arm blitz. Locked in on Chronic.
Give up. Give up.
And somehow Chronic manages to free himself once more. Chronic looking for a vertical suplex. Got reversed into a DDT. Arzon with a big splash. 2. Derek Arzon gets the Duke over KB Chronic in this light bulb death match. Don't go anywhere, folks. 2 more matches to go. And Chronic is getting tended to right now by the ringside physicians. And we are getting a cage set up around the ring. This next contest, a steel cage match where KB Chronic will finally get his hands on a person that he has vehemently and vocally hated ever since they first met. It will be KB Chronic locked inside of a cage with the one and only Bartholomew Brawler Beckett, the PWA Light Heavyweight Champion. Let's take you to ringside.
Fight.
And there's the bell. KB Chronic versus Brawler Beckett. And Chronic immediately laying the pressure on Beckett with that chin lock. Fires a forearm shot. Collar elbow tie-up, short knee by Beckett. And Beckett with an arm wringer on Chronic. Collar elbow once more, forearm by Chronic. Both men off the ropes. Head-to-head collision. Oh my goodness, did you see that? A low kick from Beckett. But there's no disqualification in this cage match. No escape either. It is pin or submission only. Collar and elbow tie up once more. Chronic sent in off the ropes and gets trapped in a Wakagatami. Able to fight his way out. Collar and elbow tie up once more. Now it is Beckett off to the right. And big spine buster. A double-A spine buster from Chronic. Knee to the midsection, and Beckett is trying to fight Chronic off. Chronic lands a couple of shots to the head, drops the elbow. Beckett back up to his feet and waiting for Chronic. Front face lock applied by KB. KB off the ropes, drops the elbow. Sidewalk slam by KB Chronic. Chronic picks Beckett back up. And after the matches that Chronic has been in, and after being split open, especially in that last one, you can see the amount of hatred he has for Brawler Beckett, and he's got new life and new energy, and he's really taking it to the Brummy Brawler. Back body drop, followed by a fist drop by Beckett, and KB is right back up.
Give up.
Beckett grabs the headlock and rides KB to the canvas. Collar and elbow tie-up, and now Beckett and Chronic laying the heavy lumber. Down goes KB from those forearm shots. And a kick to the family jewels, followed up by a leg lock by Brawler Beckett. Collar and elbow tie-up once more. Front face lock applied by the Brawler. Drops KB to the canvas. Looking for the quick win. Count of one, and kick out by KB Chronic. Chronic has got Beckett in a running power slam. Locks in the chin lock on the Brawler.
Give up. Give up.
And somehow the Brawler manages to fight his way out. Forearm shot by Chronic. Chronic picks Beckett back up to his feet. Collar and elbow tie up once more. Chronic sent into the turnbuckle. Beckett looking for something. Chronic reverses. Vertical suplex into the cage. Collar and elbow tie up once more. Fireman's carry by Brawler Beckett, and I have a feeling Beckett pulled that move out just for KB. Irish whip, KB trapped in the corner. KB looking to fight out of it. Heathen bomb! Chronic with the heathen bomb! Cover! One, count two, and a kick out by Brawler Beckett. Collar and elbow tie-up. Chronic with a headlock, fires in a couple of fists. Chronic off the ropes. Chronic with a lariat that took Beckett right out of his boots. KB looking for that fireball, he just missed it. Oh! Nut shot! And a double stomp off the top rope for good measure. Kick to the face by Beckett. Beckett gets caught with a headbutt. Chronic stomping away at the midsection. Picks Beckett back up to his feet. Beckett with a drop toe hold on Chronic. Picks Chronic back up and a soul butt to the back, right in the kidneys of Chronic. And again, the nut shot connects. Chronic gets right back up to his feet and he's hot. Heathen bomb! Cover! One, two! And Beckett kicks out just before three. Chronic with a running power slam on the Brawler. Cover! One, count two, and a kick out just in time by Beckett. Front neck chancery by Brawler Beckett. Beckett now. Outside the cage, vaulting off the ropes. He missed the knee. He missed that flying knee. Chronic has got him up. Heathen bomb. Heathen bomb on Beckett. One, two, and Beckett kicks out. Chronic setting him up once more. Heathen bomb. Cover. One, two, and Beckett kicked out. I'm speechless. Beckett is kicked out. Rolling forearm by Chronic. Chronic to the top rope. KB with a flying elbow connects. He's going back up again. Another flying elbow to the heart. The black heart of Brawler Beckett. Beckett somehow grabs just a front face lock. Kick to the face to Chronic. Collar elbow tie up and Beckett and Chronic continuing to fight back and forth. Modified vertical suplex, and Chronic is back up. Chronic off the ropes. Chronic with the lariat to Brawler Beckett. He is giving Beckett everything he wants right now. Big power bomb. Cover. One, two, and three. KB Chronic has taken Brawler Beckett to school and is leaving his carcass in the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our main event of the evening. A battle for the ages. A battle that has been more than a year in the making ever since these two men crossed paths in INCW. And now they will meet once again in a PWA ring. And we are getting the ring set up once more. This one will be another hardcore style match. Another death match. Which will feature the man of the hour, KB Chronic, against another member of the camp. And this one may shock a few people. It will be KB Chronic taking on Angel Face Damian Black in a battle of promotions. The ultimate INCW versus PWA match. Let's take you to ringside.
Fight.
The entire ring is encircled with electrified barbed wire. KB Chronic versus Damian Black, and so far it is Damian Black who is out wrestling Chronic. Forearm shot or European uppercut there by Black. Collar and elbow tie-up. Fireman's carry right into a chin lock by Black on Chronic. Chronic able to fight his way out. Test of strength here, and Black wins out, gets the drop toe hold. Picks Chronic back up to his feet. Collar and elbow tie-up once more. European uppercut by Black. Black picking up Chronic once more. Collar and elbow tie-up, and beautiful takedown there by Black. Chronic fires an elbow to the crown of Damian. Drops him, and now has got Damian Black trapped in a Boston Crab. Damian able to get out of it before it could get locked in. Go behind by Black into a sleeper hold on Chronic. Chronic elbows his way out. Open palm strike from Black. Black looking for the punch. He missed it. Chronic almost getting sent into the barbed wire. Forearm shot by Chronic. Collar and elbow tie up once more, and an elbow to the crown. And now a big headbutt, and Black finally hits the canvas. And again, Black trying to send Chronic into that barbed wire. That electrified barbed wire. So
Give up.
set up around all four sides of the ring. Punch lands by Black. There's a punch, followed up by a chop, and now punch and chop. Back and forth they go, and down goes Damian. Chronic stops away at the midsection. Headbutt by Chronic. Chronic with a couple of shots to the top of the head of Black, and Chronic gets sent in to that barbed wire, and Black now locking in the chin lock on a fallen KB Chronic. Collar and elbow tie up once more, and a low blow from Black, and now he's just toying with Chronic. Chronic chasing Black away now. Got him in a sidewalk slam. Picks Black back up to his feet. Collar and elbow tie up. Black taking headbutt after headbutt from Chronic. Chronic with the figure four locked in on Damian. And I think this is more fight than Damian was planning on having. Chronic has got to be absolutely exhausted. He just sent Damian careening into the barbed wire. And now he's got a Shinai. He's got a Shinai, and he's looking to take it to Black. Black able to take it away from him, but takes a few headbutts. 4 headbutts in total. And now a figure four leg lock. And KB Chronic is showing Damian Black what wrestling is all about right now. He is in for a fight. Black has got Chronic into a backbreaker, scrapes the boot across the face, and now a stop to the lower part of the anatomy. Collar and elbow tie up once more. Chronic with a couple of hard shots of his own to the top of Black's head. Black with a low blow and a gut wrench German suplex from the canvas, holds on for a count of 1. Kick out by Chronic. Chronic with that Shinai rams it into the gut of Damian Black. Swings wildly. Black doing everything he can to avoid those shots. Heathen bomb on Black. Black back up to his feet somehow. Chronic catches him with headbutt after headbutt. Chronic has got that Shinai once more. He's going to wear out the owner of PWA. There's a hard shot to the ribs with that Shinai. Collar and elbow tie-up. Axe handle to the collarbone. And Black got caught with a fireball to the face, right into the eyes. Somehow gets off that low blow. German suplex from the canvas. 1 and a kick out by Chronic. Collar and elbow tie-up. And Black gets sent into the barbed wire. Black is a bloody mess. Running power slam by Chronic. Chronic has got everything going his way right now. Heathen bomb. Collar. 1, 2. Kick out by Damian. Chronic continues the pressure. Black takes him down, fires off a low blow, and now has got a heel hook.
Give up.
On the owner of INCW. Chronic able to fight out. Belly to belly suplex. by Damien. Damien scrapes the boot across the face. And now Damien with a few forearm shots. Spins Chronic around. Shot to the back of the head followed by a lariat. What a combination from Black. Black is a consummate wrestler, but he can brawl, and he's proving it right now. Oh, heathen bomb! And a cover! One, count of two! That's it! KB Chronic has won the battle of the promoters as he has decimated Angel Face Damian Black. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this very special birthday broadcast. KB Chronic went 2-3 against the camp, and I think you could argue that his last two victories were the most important ones. Happy birthday, Kellen. Thank you for joining us. Happy Easter, and good night.